Good afternoon. So some of you may wonder, what is my connect to come here? At least you will appreciate that I'm a good eater. Respected principal, guest of honor, and alumni of this institute, Chef people, other faculty members, my dear students, and esteemed parents. Last 1 month, we were busy in inducting new faces to Manipal. Something close to 6,000 people joins us in various programs in a year. Let me start by paying my tributes to Dr. T.M.A. Pai. He is our founder. He is from a neighboring village about 12 kilometers from this place. And he has come to Manipal sometime back in 1920s. So if you look at the landscape of Manipal at that time, there were just 3 tiled houses were there in Manipal at that time. That's all was the Manipal. It was a barren hilltop. Nothing grows here because it is hard laterite. And you can feel it maybe a little later when you go to the endpoint side. There are some undeveloped areas are there. That was the landscape of this place. But this is a person who had come here with a totally different vision. And he has transformed the whole place. The first thing what he did in this place is he has started a bank. That is way back in somewhere in early 30s. And if you read that at the time, many of the private banks were collapsed. But this person has shown, an young person, has shown courage in starting a bank by collecting pygmy funds from the fishermen community in and around Malpe, as small as 1 anna a week. And later that bank has grown like then the Syndicate Bank, which is nationalized in 1971. So founder of Syndicate Bank, but he didn't keep quiet. He started various schools in and around his village in this district. And the counts may go close to 100 or even more. Then he focused his attention in professional education, and he has started the first private medical college in 1953 in Manipal. And we have seen the video, it goes on. In 1957, he has started MIT and then many more institutions. So it is difficult to name such specialization which is not there in Manipal. And today, we have collated all those institutions and named or created a university. And this was the first deemed university in private segment, which was in 1993, which started in 1993. And if I spell about Mahe a little bit, we offer academic programs in 400 different disciplines or 400 programs, 400 plus programs, and the total student strength of this university is about 33,000, and we operate from five cities: Manipal, Mangalore, Bangalore, Malaysia, and Dubai. So comparing with all the other places, and this is the place where we have more than 20,000 students, and we keep adding 6,000 students every year. And some of the people who are passed out of these institutions are taking our name forward. Naming few, Dr. Devi Shetty, he's an alumni of Manipal. If I look at engineering, Satya Nadella, Raji Suri, such international figures are alumni of Manipal. And this institute also has produced so many excellent hospitality professionals, and naming one of them is the celebrated chef, so Vishal Khanna. And there are budding people who are going to talk to you more about it. And so that's the legacy of Manipal. So in last 60 years or so, it has transformed this place from a barren hill to an international township. We have students from 58 different countries studying in this place in various programs, and you are also getting inducted to such an international education township. Some of you may wonder why I am talking all these things. At least you should try to understand where you are going to spend 1 year from now, and what are its potentials, and what you are going to gain from it. So moving on, so last year we have celebrated the silver jubilee of our university, and we are conferred with the institution of eminence. What do you mean by institution of eminence, and what is its significance? Under the leadership of former President Sri Pranab Mukherjee, when they reviewed the educational landscape of India, it's realized that none of the institutions in this country is rated in the top 100 universities in the world. And if you look at the first 500, there also the numbers are not even a handful. And we boast the history of Nalanda, Takshashila and all. But today we are in such a pitiable situation. So the various think tanks started mulling how to come out of this situation, and they understood that there should be more autonomy to be given to higher education space. Today in the higher education space, we have more than 40 regulators, and all the institutions are under the clutches of all these regulators. So the proposal is they are going to identify 10 institutions in the public sector and 10 institutions in the private sector, and are going to be given a special status called Institution of Eminence, whereby these institutions can grow freely without much of regulatory clutches. But after all the review, the committee has brought it down to 3 plus 3. And the three institutions in the government segment identified were Indian Institute of Science and IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay. When it comes to the private segment, they have identified BITS Pilani and Mahe, the university where you are getting inducted today, and the university yet to start, that is the Geo Institute by Reliance. So these are the institutions they have identified as the institutions who has the potential to grow as one of the top 100 in universities in the world. And that is where you are. So you need to be proud of it, but at the same time, it's a responsibility. Our conduct and what we are going to do hereafter is going to contribute a lot in the growth of this university and as well as our self-accomplishments, the dreams. So I'm not going to drag much. My responsibility as on day is to oversee the academic programs and manage it for all 33,000 students of this university. So it's the whole spectrum of programs. So, and that's in that connect only I am here. And at this point, I want to tell two things. One is to parents, and the other one is to the students who are going to newly join with us. To the parents, a big thank you. You have shown faith in us. Your words are taking admission with us. And we will do our job with utmost sincerity, and definitely we will not let you down. To my dear students, and you are the most important people in this function. 3 short points I am trying to tell you. The institute has its own fame and name. As in other programs, the WGSHA has started the first degree program in hospitality in this country. And in such an institute, a thoughtful program was started 5 years back, and you are the 5th batch of it. All the facilities to know more about your area of specialization, the culinary arts, we are going to provide. And there are able leaders here who can guide you in those lines. It's a short stay, 1 year, following with 6 months an internship in one or other great organization. But my first point is, please consider that learning is your responsibility. Institution only can facilitate these things. But you should take the interest in the program what you have joined and try to take the maximum benefit of it. So the learning is your responsibility. That is my first point, which I would like to put as an advice. We can only facilitate learning, but the actual act of learning is your responsibility. The second point which I wanted to spell is we have all the facilities what you can think about in an educational establishment in Manipal. So the knowing the job alone is not going to make you to a leader. The personality development, all those things are also equally important. We have excellent sports facilities, cultural activities, and take active part in all those things and build your personality something acceptable. And so my second point is utilize your time spent in Manipal in a wise way so that you will not regret about the time spent here. It's not only on learning. You try to make use of all the other facilities here and build your, make use of it in your growth. And the third and another important point which I want to stress upon is this is a place where about 20,000 students stay. Students from about 58 countries and students from almost all the states of India. And in around 3 square kilometers, we can identify something close to 300 programs running. So it's a diverse crowd. Embrace the diversity. So that is also equally important. The second person whom we are meeting may be talking a different language. He may follow a different culture. He may be from a different religion. Embrace that diversity, but at the same time, keep your value systems intact. We don't know what is right, what is wrong. And you are going to live in that free space and you are going to work in such a space in the coming years. Embrace this diversity, but at the same time, keep your value systems intact. We are not going to come for any micromanagement, but at the same time, the principal will agree with me that the Lakshman Rekhas are very clear. So don't try to overstep, enjoy your stay, try to get the maximum benefit from it, and let it be a stay which you are going to dream or which you are going to cherish long. Wish you all the best. May God bless.